Today I was scrolling through HS Replay trying to find the newest and best broken deck in the wild format, and I stumbled upon this really cool looking discard Warlock deck that supposedly has a 70% win rate. Now, did I have that much success with this deck? Not really. I had more losses than wins, but I had a ton of fun playing this deck. So if you're looking for a fun deck to play, but not necessarily a deck to just tear up the wild ladder, I would recommend giving this deck a shot. So let's go over what this deck does. So Discard Warlock, like the name says, is full of ways to discard cards and cards that are benefited from being discarded. So to go over some of the more powerful cards, let's start with Soul Barrage. Soul Barrage is a 5-mana shadow spell that has, when you play or discard this, deal 6 damage randomly split among all enemies. And this can stack up quite fast, and especially if you can figure out ways to produce multiple Soul Barrages. And the way that we are doing this is with Expired Merchant, which is a 2-mana, 2/1 undead minion with a battle cry of discard your highest cost card, and with a death rattle of add 2 copies of it to your hand. So the initial battle cry triggers Soul Barrage, and the death rattle doubles up on your number of Soul Barrages, which is incredibly powerful. And one other card that I want to go over that is kind of a neat new piece of technology that I've never seen a discard Warlock run is Sketch Artist, which is a 3-mana 3/3 minion that draws a shadow spell and you get a temporary copy of it. And if you remember, Soul Barrage is a shadow spell, and the way that temporary works, you just get another copy and it discards at the end of turn if you did not play it. Very important that it discards, because Soul Barrage will then go off at the end of turn. That is pretty much a discard Warlock. Again, I did not have a too stellar record with it, but I did have a ton of fun playing this deck, and I did feel like pulling my hair out a few times when discards didn't go quite my way. But if you like gambling, this might be the deck for you. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more Hearthstone content like it, please consider subscribing. It would help out this channel a ton. And if you want to check out this deck for yourself, the deck code will be down in the description. An Anduin on the other side of the table, as is tradition for the wild format. I kind of want to just keep all this. Like discard something. I have 2 very good cards to discard. Let's run it. Let's just snap keep this. If this isn't the perfect discard Warlock hand, I don't know what is. And we never discard Sketch Artist. Right back at you. Oh, they were a rogue the whole time. I've been bamboozled. Swindled even. Never discard the 3-mana guy, this one. Perfection. Simply perfection. So I need to draw something good. Hopefully my opponent does not draw something good in the 500 cards they've drawn this turn. Soulfire? No, let's play a Spider Tank, call it a day. Next turn is probably just going to be a Sketch Artist. Oh no. Oh no, we're muddying the waters. There is Shaldrasil. Shaldrasil, there we go. We know the name. Expired Merchant is fantastic. Yeah, just get a couple of those in my hand. And do I think I can win the 50-50? No. I do not think I can win the 50-50. I am a coward. That much is true. You are not wrong. But if my opponent plays anything, I might have the win. Because I can probably get this back with a Raised Dead. Okay, well, that was terrifying, I'll be honest with you. But luckily... I see. Luckily, nothing. Okay, so let's get Sketch Artist out here. This will find me a Raised Ed. Hopefully this hits. Hopefully this hits. Perfect. Let's clean up this 2-1. And next turn, rogues aren't known for their healing. We do... I guess rogues are actually known for their healing. Okay, we can deal with that. We can deal with that as well, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we can deal with that. How many cards? 8. And I never miss. This always hits the Soul Barrage. Alright, fine. Fantastic ordering. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. I always have the best order. Really? The actual worst. Oh, that's why we play this deck. That is exactly why we play this deck. Just for the pure thrill of seeing that happen to us. That was brilliant. Amazing, even. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We won. That's all we're gonna remember. We're not gonna remember losing the 1 and 6 on that discard. That ultimately did not matter. We're not gonna bring that negativity to the next game. Priest opponent. What flavor of priest are we up against? Am I going for the Tempo Flame Imp against what is probably gonna be Shadow Priest? I probably can't recommend that. Can I recommend keeping a Soulfire? Probably not. Really, all I can recommend is finding a 3-mana discard minion or a Soul Barrage. Okay. Turn 1, Expired Merchant, I think is the name of the game. Especially if they have some sort of pirate start, like this one. So let's get our Expired Merchant going. Huge damage being dealt to the opponent early. We actually have like a phenomenal little Raised Dead Expired Merchant game going. Okay, we're mind blasting. My opponent has 1 goal in mind, and it is to mind blast me. And then, you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing. Heck yeah. So I can't really draw it up much better than this. Acupuncture? Sure. Sure thing. No doubt. Sketch Artist. That could hit my other Soul Barrage. No, let's just Soul Barrage him again. Hitting them for massive amounts of damage. And if they play anything, they are going to just get hit with a chamber. Oh, and they have a location of their own. Very cute. Very nice. And this is a guaranteed hit on a Soul Barrage? Yeah. That's insane. Let's make sure that thing dies. And also... Maybe luck into some 3-mana minions? No. We tried. Okay, so next turn I can just hard cast a Soul Barrage and get my opponent out of here. Mindseer from the opponent. My hand is looking stacked.
Package tight for treasure transport.
Yeah, I think just, you know, why not? Some are calling it a high roll. Some are calling what I just did to that Shadow Priest a bit of a high roll. And I have no comment on that subject.
Gul'dan versus Ragnarok.
A pay-to-win shaman in my bronze ranks? I won't stand for this. I will not stand for that Ragnaros looking at me all smug. And like, you gotta like think like, is this a shaman or a warrior? The shaman, but you know, it's still weird that like these skins can belong to multiple classes. They've done it a few times now.
You are not the boss of me.
Opinions on my 1-3? The fact that they did not have a Renathal come out tells me that this is likely big shaman. I never lose the 50-50. Yeah, see, I just like wasn't even worried. Maybe I was worried a little bit, but I won't tell if you don't tell. And for this turn, don't discard the bad one. Okay, well, you know, don't discard Doomguard and we're chilling. Egg. There we go. That's what it's all about. We're just, you know, mowing down this big shaman. I suspect big shaman. Then we're working our way up to a Doomguard. You know, things are looking great for fruit. You know, I'm losing my mind when I'm talking in the third person. But like, this board's unbeatable. I can't think of a single shaman AoE that can deal with this. I mean, that sucks too, but oh, that really sucks. All right, throw him out there. Get him out there.
Wrong ingredient.
The problem there was Chamber could discard it, but I was board locked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's lethal. We can call that one 100% skill. Am I just including this in the YouTube video because I don't have many wins with this deck? Yes. But, I mean, that's not my fault because my opponents are cheating. I'm almost at the bronze ranks.
Gul'dan versus Nozdormu.
Paladin opponent.
No one will breach these walls.
I don't know if I've beaten a single Paladin with this deck, but today might be the day. We'll keep Soularium. This card is either insane or does stone nothing. We'll see what its mood is for this game.
I see you.
Well, it needs to do a lot because my opponent is on the Reno deck. I'm not going to rip it on turn 1. Especially with Tiny Knight of Evil on turn 2. That could be decent. Secrets? Okay, well my opponent is just the lamest. That's okay. That's okay, opponent. We can't all be tiny knight of evil enjoyers. The world's probably a better place because of that. This is 100% Oh My Yogg, by the way. It's going to put me right in a body bag. Sword of the Fallen has graced my screen. And honestly, I might just, like, ignore Oh My Yogg. Yeah. Can't counter it because I discarded it. Now what are you going to do? Probably just play more secrets. Showdown. Do they have it? Do you think they have it? They didn't have Prismatic Beam? I would have drawn Prismatic Beam personally, but that's neither here or there. Let's play Sketch Artist. Cool. Into Imp. And we're swinging. Cool. Love that interaction. That's just beautiful. Okay, I guess that guy's back alive. Fair enough. Soulfire into Oh My Yogg will...
None of your business.
How many secrets do you run? All of them. Okay. Fair enough. It turns out they run every single one of them. Okay. Show me Oh My Yogg. Alright, what do I got? What is in the box today? First Flame. Okay. Cool. I have more Oh My Yogg protection. I don't mind that. And let's just hit them in their noggin. End the turn. So next turn I have Oh My Yogg protection, and maybe I can Soul Barrage them. Okay. My opponent is just playing secrets. Actually, that is fantastic. And then I got Oh My Yogg. Fair enough. I'm going to discover a legendary. Choose an enemy minion. Summon a new copy of it. Okay.
Isn't this fun?
This always discards Soul Barrage. Cool. It did. And we're being avenged. And we are being redeemed. And we are winning the game. Okay, we just had to fight through 1,000 secrets. And that's the first paladin. Heck yeah. This deck is the best. As is evident by me being in the silver ranks. So, not bad.
Gul'dan versus
A
Ysera.
druid opponent.
My long
The last druid opponent I was playing was Reno Druid.
Shall be mine.
And they ramped out Reno Lone Ranger crazy quick. And then followed it up with Reno Jackson. You can take a wild guess who won that game. It was my opponent, for those at home wondering. No Renethal, so it's not that deck. But what I am going to do is just do any good discards. Wow, okay, that was okay. I would have liked to draw on that one maybe from... Okay, well, we'll get him next time. We'll just get him next time. You think I'm not just gonna rip the Felstalker in hopes that I win the whatever percent chance this is? I mean, it would just be embarrassing at this point. Because it's a, what, a 50-50? Half the card. Wait, no. It's better than a 50-50. Let's hit it. That's what I'm talking about. It's just that easy. Look at this turn 2 board. How is anyone supposed to deal with this? Just ramping. Nice. Very nice. Let's hit one of these two fellas. Just that easy. And we have Librarian. And we are just going to shove damage. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. What, are they trying to Barnes kill me or something? Yeah, as if my opponent could kill me with the cards Barnes.
No, don't. It's still good.
They're not. And you know what? Just to sweeten the deal, 4 damage right at your noggin. Do your worst, Druid opponent.
Tonight, a tale of long
5 mana, 3/4. What's that even gonna do? So they healed my minions. Great. And I think that card usually costs 10 mana. I think my opponent might be cheating. I mean, they probably can't deal 24 damage. There's no way. Is that 12 damage? So it turns out they got... Okay, I can go down to 2. No problem. I'll just go down to 2. Double swipe me, you know. It's very fair. Yeah, here's drawing cards, getting some value. I respect it. Luckily I have a taunt in the way to save me from what my opponent is doing. Yeah, so their turn's over, and it's now my turn. Excuse me, it's it would be my turn. I should have played around it. That's on me. That's on me.